Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Life101. I'm your host, J-Ho, and this is episode 1. Let's just talk about things. There's not going to be any guests for any time soon. It's just going to be me talking to me about things I find funny, things I found stupid. It's going to be a lot of, dumbass things that you probably like. You probably won't like it. Anyway, who listens to fucking podcasts anymore? Nobody does. I don't fucking listen to it. I can't just stand there and just listen to a guy talk about shit or interview unless it's someone famous. But guess what? You're going to listen to this one. Or not. I don't give a shit. I don't do this for that. I'm only doing this because I thought about it like this. Like, so many people have fucking podcasts already. There's somewhere out there's a chicken that has a podcast. It's probably named or one of those things. And it's just a chicken picking at a rock for like an hour and 35 minutes. And that motherfucker, I'm sure, has like 350,000 fucking followers. Because it's a chicken. And look, I follow a rabbit on fucking Instagram. You know how pathetic that is? Now that I said it out loud, I follow a fucking rabbit that has 7,000 something followers. So there's like 7,000 something people who on a daily basis look at a rabbit eat, play with toys, and they comment like, oh my god, it's so cute. Like, I could put a picture of me saving a baby whale from being eaten by a giant crab or some fucking heroic shit that doesn't exist, and I will probably get 2 likes. And one of them, for sure, it's from my grandma. Yes, my grandma follows me on Instagram, if that wasn't sad enough. But yeah, people, this show is going to be, it's just going to be a mixture of crap. Mostly crap. Yeah, that's what it is. So let's dive into it. All right, if you don't know who you're listening to, again, my name's J-Ho. I'm a comedian from South Florida. And from time to time, I'm going to put out episodes like this on things that I found stupid. Now, one thing that's been bothering me a lot, and I fucking hate that this is an issue, that this is something that we need to talk about. I'm only 28 years old. It's not like I'm 40-something and I'm talking about old school things. This is not old school. This is fucking common sense. And that's exactly what it is. Common sense. It's fucking lost. It's lost, people. It's like you got children who don't know what the fuck nothing is because they lack common sense. Like, they don't teach you that in school. First of all, I didn't grow up here. I grew up in Cuba till I was like 14 years old. Over there, if you don't have common sense, you fucking die. Like, nobody tells you need to look both ways to cross the street. You know that if you don't look to the left and to the right, your ass is going to get run over. That's just fucking common sense. There's no barriers on the side of no fucking mountains. You know that if you go a little faster than where you're supposed to go, you're going to slide right off, whatever the fuck, and die. Which people do. But then that's just a risk you got to take. There's no signs that say, oh, please don't do this, or please don't jump into the pool if you don't know how to swim. That's fucking common sense. You know your ass is going to drown. How many times haven't you heard that there's fucking people out here drowning in pools because of, oh, I didn't know how to swim. How do you not know you don't know how to swim? Kids don't respect their parents. Like, respect used to be a common thing, especially to like your elders. Like, my mom only had to look at me, and I knew exactly what I had to do. And what I had to do was shut the fuck up. And that's how you gotta raise your kids, man. That's basically it. They don't respect their teachers anymore, and I blame the fucking parents for that. Like, all I keep seeing in the news is like the other day, some teacher got in a fight with a 7-year-old. How the fuck do you get into a physical fight with a 7-year-old? That's just stupid. First of all, a 7-year-old should know. That comes from home. She knows that when the teacher tells you something. I'm not saying all teachers are really, really smart, because I have some dumbass teachers. And when I went through an age where I didn't want to respect nobody, because that's just part of being a teenager. But I was taught well enough at home not to talk back to a teacher, right? It doesn't matter how wrong the teacher is. If they're wrong, you can always go to the principal's office, tell them, look, I don't like what this teacher's doing, and they'll go into it and whatever. You might think the whole system's against you. I used to think that. It's not. But it's the parents, man, because then let's say you're a teacher, right? And then you reprimand the kid. And the kid goes home, tells mommy, and then mommy comes to the school screaming at you. Like, oh, why you call my kid stupid? Well, maybe your kid is stupid. Okay, back when I went to school, if you were the only one the teacher said you were stupid, then you were the only stupid one. Even though the teacher was stupid themselves, you were also stupid. And then my mom would beat my ass on top of the teacher beating my ass. Because in Cuba, there's no fucking, oh, I can't hit this kid because I want to get in trouble. No, in Cuba, the teacher beats your ass, then you get home, your mom beats your ass, and your dad gets home, beats your ass again. So that's 3 ass kickings that you would like to avoid. And that's the reason. I'm not saying you should hit your kids for no fucking reason. Because there's parents that overdo it. But a good ass kicking doesn't kill you. Okay? It only makes you start suffering from this disease called respect. That's fucking amazing. Now, what else I want to talk about? And this is why I'm calling this Life 101. Because it's life as we know it, as we're living it now, but in the stupidest way possible. I don't know what it is, but Facebook, let's just put that for an example, Facebook. Like, there's people getting in arguments over Facebook posts. Like, for example, most of my stuff, like, you can go to J-Ho Comedy. That's actually a J space H-O-U. And then comedy. The things that I posted are just things that I find funny, or shit with Donald Trump. Everything is about Donald Trump now, and there's people getting into like these huge arguments over, I believe, in a guy that's a fucking puppet. Like, the president has never done anything personally for you because he can't. There's rules that prevent him from just doing pointless shit or awesome shit. He has to count with the Senate. He has to count with Congress. There's a whole system put in place of checks and balances. That's just a way of saying, let the rich people decide what the fuck they're gonna do with you, and then let this puppet tell you. That's what the president is. Facebook drama is not real drama. People need to understand that you might get upset or whatever because of whatever someone says, but you don't have to call them names or be like, oh, this fucking person is stupid because they believe something I don't believe in. No one gives a shit. You might believe that ketchup is the best condiment you ever had, and there's like 5 million people who fucking hate ketchup. That doesn't make them bad people. It doesn't make you bad people. It just makes you that you like ketchup and they don't. Fucking let them drink mustard or whatever the fuck it is that people don't like ketchup do. Stop getting into that. That's the whole fucking problem with society today. Everything is Facebook. I gotta be on Facebook. You wake up, you're on Facebook. Go to sleep, you're on Facebook. Like, no one gives a fuck. Trust me. You want to know if people really, really care about you? Delete Facebook. Delete Instagram. Go missing for a few days. The 4 people that will call you to check if you're okay, where the fuck are you, what's going on, those are the only 4 people that matter in your life. And that's what you're going to get. You're only going to get 4 or 10 people. Now, out of those 10 people, some of them might be calling you because you fucking owe them money. So, yeah, keep that in mind as well. You never know. You never know what fucking people calling you. But yeah, just stay away from that. That really, really doesn't matter. Now, that being said, let's jump into some headlines, because especially Florida, like down here, fucking every single fucking headline, it's fucking crazy. I don't know if you heard, but all the weird ass stories that you ever hear on the news come out of Florida. Shit. Like, let's look at what the Sun Sentinel has to say. They did a Q&A, and this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. They did a Q&A asking people to ask the government when are they going to finish all the dangerous construction on 995. I don't know, if you're not from here, from Florida, when you're listening to this, let me tell you something. I-95 is the worst fucking road you can ever take, and it's Interstate 95. That's what the I stands for. It's Interstate 95. So it exists pretty much fucking everywhere. But down here, it's a piece of shit. Like if Trump was calling something a shithole, it would have been this. I-95, it's a fucking shithole. When they're gonna finish making it? Never. They're never gonna fucking finish making it. It's been in construction for like 15 years, the same fucking parts. It's like they do a meter a year or something like that. So they're never gonna fucking fix it. There's no Q&A for this bullshit. Who comes up with this fucking... That's something else. There's all these studies done about stupid shit that nobody gives a fuck about. Like this university is doing 20-year studies on the dumbest fucking possible things. Like, oh, we want to know why the hairs on your arms stand up. Like, who gives a shit? Like, cure cancer, motherfuckers. Stop trying to get me to pay for stupid shit with my taxes. Let's see. Another headline. Man gets 20 years for trying to kill unborn baby in crash. Man, that's commitment. Like I've heard about, people that throw pregnant women down the stairs and shit like that. But in a crash, man, that's like you want all of you to go. Like it says a Florida man has been sentenced to 20 years in prison because he crashed his vehicle in an attempt to kill the woman's unborn child. So not the woman, he just wanted to kill the kid. And this happened in Pensacola, 36-year-old man. That's fucked up, man. Because now, look, the prosecutors are saying that the woman and the baby were not harmed. Like, why don't you just do like every other, 55% of Florida parents, and just bounce, man. Just go out, buy some cigarettes, never come back, those type of things. That's Florida as fuck, if you ask me. See, another Florida news. Endangered Florida panther and kitten killed by vehicle. First of all, whoever wrote this fucking headline, it's a dumbass. Because if it's a Florida panther, it's got cubs, not fucking kittens. Kittens are from house cats. There's a fucking wild animal. It's called cubs. You dumb motherfucker from the Associated Press, whatever your fucking name is. And that's not surprising. That a fucking Florida panther. Let me tell you something. The first time I saw a Florida panther, I thought it was going to be an actual panther. Like, like the black panther from Africa. Like a giant 800-pound cat. Some shit like that. No, the Florida panther is the size of a fucking pit bull. Okay? It's not like you're going to see the panther 30 meters away before you fucking hit it with your car. The Florida panther, I have no fucking clue how it's still alive. There's like 20 of them, and they're all really fucking small. It looks like a savannah cat. Don't call that shit a panther. Someone needs to rename that. Whoever named the Florida Panthers was the same idiot who made this fucking headline, calling panther cubs kittens and shit. Like, no matter how fucking cute you want to call it, doesn't take away from the fact that animals get hit by cars all the fucking time. Now that there's idiots out there that hit the fucking animals on purpose, yes, there is. And I hope those people die. Like they're saying that this is the 5th and 6th fatal collisions this year out of 6 total panther deaths. Seriously? So 6 of them got hit by cars, and 6 of them, that's a total panther. Of course it's a total fucking panther. That's, again, this is the stupidest reports that I've ever seen in my life. It's like the same people who say, oh, man gets attacked by shark in the water. Really? In the water? I can't believe this shit. A shark in the water. Really? That's the same thing as saying, oh, man gets hit by pigeon in the air. A shark is supposed to be in the water. It's like if a chicken walks into my kitchen. That motherfucker's dead. It's the same thing. Every time you get into the water, every time you get into the sea, you have a chance of encountering fish. Out of those fish, fucking sharks, that will eat you because they're hungry. Also, crocodiles. The headline the other day, oh, there was a crocodile in the freaking Gulf of Mexico or some crap like that, or in Hollywood Beach, somewhere in the sea, and everyone was like, oh my god, crocodiles, how could this be possible? Oh, actually, they live in the sea. Now, if you walk into your house and sitting in your kitchen counter, there's a shark, and then he attacks you, that's newsworthy. Unless that fucking happens. Don't fucking talk to me about sharks being in the water. Same fucking thing. It's like saying, oh, a possum got run over. Yes, that shit happens all the time. Now, there's only 230 Florida Panthers that remain in the wild. Now, that would have been awesome if we can preserve the Florida Panther. Because aside from being, it's only from Florida. Yes, they're small as shit. Yes, every time you hit one with a car, it dies. Now, the only possible solution, it's a giant wall. And I mean a giant wall, like, I don't know, 10 feet tall, because it's a panther, so it might be able to climb. But that's something that might stop that. Talking about the wall, I don't know if you guys saw that movie, The Wall, with Matt Damon. That is the shittiest movie on earth, and I didn't even see it, just telling by the trailer. Like, how are you going to try? The whole plot of the movie is like there's giant lizards that want to kill humanity. And to stop lizards, what they did was build a wall. Because every time a lizard looks at a wall, it immediately loses the ability to climb over the fucking wall. That's like Donald Trump trying to make a wall to keep the Mexicans away, when we all know they dig tunnels. And they have these things, that we've never seen, called ladders. You can also put over the wall. That's the stupidest idea I've ever seen in my life. But that does us for the Florida news. I really feel bad for the Florida Panther that got killed and her cub, not her fucking kitten. Every time I read this, I get angry by the fucking second. Alright, so this is going to be episode 1. We're going to conclude it right here. I don't know, 16, 17 minutes. I don't even know how long this is. They're progressively going to get better or worse. I don't know. By episode 55, I will let you know how we're doing. I don't think we're going to get there this year, because this is going to be a once a week thing. If you do stuck around all the way to the end, please comment down below. This show has no potential. Or comment down below whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't matter. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.